Alright, boys and girls, we have the Sun Heater solar panels. These things can be bought on Amazon, Walmart.com, and local pool supply houses, I guess. Anyways, they're 20-foot long panels, 2-foot wide each. The kit I bought came with 2 panels. They are curled up in a ball in the box. So I suggest you lay them out in the sun and uncurl them. I'm going to be mounting them on my roof. Going to have to drill holes in my brand new roof. Not really excited about that. But anyways, that's the way you got to do it, you know. I've seen people put them on like a wood rack and stuff, but I live in a high wind area. I'm afraid that would just blow away. So anyways, that's what I want to do today. I suggest you lay them out, like I say, put some weight on them because they will try and curl up. Put some heat on them, let them sit in the sun. Also, choose the sunniest spot of your roof that gets the most sun of the day and for the month when it's going to be the coldest. So, in my area here, this side of the roof here would be perfect. It'd be shorter, easier to get to the plumbing to the pump, which is right down there. But the problem is, it only gets about 3 hours of sunlight during the winter. In the summer, it gets full sun. So, I have to go over to this side over here and plumb it up there. So we're going to be installing these right up in this area here. That's the cleanest, clearest area. So we're going to start drilling holes and setting it up. So we've mounted the panels now. The first row up there is the way that the instructions somewhat suggested to do it. And the bottom way is the way I did. Which way is better, I don't know. So the brackets are the same way. They go through the slot. And the instructions said basically to tie a knot in the bracket, run it down, tie another knot. And that's okay, but it leaves a lot of slop in it. So what I did was I ran it through the bracket and then used the screw to fasten it down. So I put the screw through the strap and then same thing on the bottom and then goobed it up with plenty of roof patch cement, whatever you want to call it. I do need to do one thing, as my father-in-law was a roofer for many years, and he suggested on these ends here to put some sort of flashing or something under there. So what happens is these things that span and contract, and he said what he's seen is that they'll rub their way right through the shingles on a roof. He said everywhere there's a joint, so where these rubber joints are, I'm going to put one there. I'm going to try and put some PVC blocks under these pipes coming down, and we'll have to plumb up the rest of it. Alright, there's the panels. They're plumbed in, going down here, comes out of the pump, up through the solar array, comes back down, and then continues on. And either it can bypass this heat pump or it can go through it. Right now it's going through it. So, try and show you the most sophisticated way, I guess, to show you temperature difference. Is right now it's going through the solar array, and this temperature on the screen, 77 degrees, is what is coming into the heat pump. Turn it up, that's 88 is what it's set for. We'll turn off at 88. So, right now we're sucking out of the vacuum, which is the lowest part of the pool. And right now the heater is on, so I'm going to turn it off. It was at 77 degrees. And let's come back over here. And you should start seeing about a 2-degree drop or so in temperature. And we might fast forward this up a little bit. Oh, there we go, it's going down 1 degree. The solar heaters have been doing about a 2-degree difference in temperature. Alright, so it's leveling off about 1 degree at this point in the day. But it's been doing about 1 degree, 2 degrees different than what the bottom of the pool water is, with the addition of the solar heater attached, which I don't have that very many panels. I only have 2. So that's only giving me a degree, maybe a degree and a half. But that is nice because the days I'm not running the heater, it's trying to keep the pool at a steady temperature, which I'd rather have free heat than paying for that thing all the time. Plus, that's with it running for hours and hours. It will go up now and give you a false reading when you first turn it on because the water's been sitting up there getting warmer. It's about 73, 75 today. It's not really hot in temperature. I'm trying to get the pool up to around 80. So far I am satisfied. I would like to at least put one more panel up there, as I have a vent stack in the way. I would do 2 more, but there's a vent stack, 2 vent stacks that would prevent me from doing that. This part of the roof is the sunniest. As you can see, today is overcast. No direct sunlight right now. And I could put them over here, but they only get sun for about 3 hours over there. So as you can see, just that time we had it off for about 3 to 2 minutes. What sat in there has already gone up to 81 degrees in water temp. But like I say, that's a false sense because it's been sitting there longer. Once it runs through, it starts coming down to about a degree to 2 degrees. Usually I've been seeing 2 degrees, but that's when it's sunny out. So anyways, boys and girls, it's not a bad buy. It's passive heating. So every time I'm running the pump, run the filter, it's heating the pool. And you can shut it off during the summertime. So for $200 and some odd, I think is what I paid for that. And there's probably about $100 in pipe work. So about $300 every time I run the pump, I'm getting heating. Instead of relying just on the solar cover, which does a good job of keeping heat in, but it doesn't really build heat. Unfortunately, it keeps it from losing it really quick. And this guy is only 50,000 BTUs, so it takes a long time and uses a lot of power. I'd rather try and keep the pool at a more constant temperature, which is what we're trying to do with the solar heater. So like I say, I may upgrade for one more panel later on and see how that does. That is only 80 square feet, and you're supposed to have about half of your pool in square footage for solar panels. So it's nowhere near perfect, but it adds stuff to it, and I'm actually impressed with it. I did buy these used on Amazon, and there's one little nick in the solar panel, and that's easy to rectify. They show in the instructions how to fix that. I need to climb up there and fix it. The other thing is, their instructions on mounting them to the roof is really bad. So you can see the first up there is the way they told me how to do it, and they look all slacky, the very first panel up towards the top, and I went and did it my own way after that. I did use their clips and I did use the straps. Just they told, the directions basically said to tie a knot, and that leaves a lot to desire. So the second way I did it is I put the screw through the strap into the bracket, and then pulled the strap tight, and then once again through the bracket, through the strap, through the bracket into the roof. And then of course there's plenty of roof cement all around it. So anyways, boys and girls, if you're wondering how that installs, that's kind of how it is. It's up on the roof. You have to plumb it in with your pipe. The piping was not too bad. They give you a check valve in the piping kit that you can buy. It's, I think, separate from the actual solar panels, but they have a check valve that they want you to have there. Then your diverter valve to make it go up and or across. And as you can see, the valve, this side is closing it right now, so that's why we're pointing to on. And then when you go to turn it off, you push this in and turn it to this point, which would be off. And it seems a little backwards compared to most other valves, but that's just the way it is. So put markings on there so we know where we're going. Alright, well, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and hopefully this helps you out on your decision if you're going to purchase one.